Welcome to episode 25 of the Out on Loan podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jeffrey Canova, and what a blessing it is today, boys. What a blessing for a lot of reasons. We had excellent Champions League games, but of course, the big one being that we got this massive group of football fans here out on loan, as the name is for the podcast, the Out on Loan podcast. As always, my co-host Richard Chargy here with the Man United jersey, my good fellow friend Kieran Keneally from the Big Three, and then obviously welcome him to the group. We got a three with Gianluca being like the last, like it was like a last minute like signing. Fabrizio Romano, here we go type of thing. Because we literally were watching that
A
Juve
deadline
game
day
at the last
signing. How about
minute.
that? Last
Like
second
literally
deadline day
signing.
signing.
Literally deadline.
Last
Because
second.
obviously
I forgot about
last
what?
second. But first, obviously, want to introduce from Afterthought Sports, my good friend Ryan Addeo. Introduce yourself, man, just real quick. Big.
What's going on? I'm Ryan. I'm a Dortmund fan. Don't ask me why, but FIFA 17, man. The cover, Marco Reus, it did wonders to me, man. That's all I'll say. But that was the downfall of it all. But we're here. We're doing all right.
You're doing all right. Obviously, my good friend Juju over here, as you know.
What's up?
Man. You're the picky one here. I see. Before we were thinking about having you on, we were like, man, we might have to get you some reinforcements soon. Which I will help you out with that, man. Because obviously I have a panel of. I got a Spurs fan who isn't obviously Kobe Gaines is not on here today.
Yeah.
Obviously Isaac, who is a little bit frustrated with Arsenal as well, and then obviously the two United fans here who.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee you had a great little late afternoon with the recent results that just came out. But salute to the first Arsenal fan on the Out and Loan podcast, man. Happy to have you on, brother.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor, honestly, to be on this. It's great.
No, it's an honor to have you, man, because the shit that we're about to say to you in the next few
I know.
No. And then obviously our good friend, Bonna's alum, good friend of mine, one of the first few soccer people I met down here, Bonna's Gianluca, man, the Juve fan here, man. And I think
he's a Juve fan too.
Yup. Juve fan. It's been a tough past 5 to 10 games for us. So, chilling, but I'm happy to be here with the boys. Haven't talked to you guys in a minute. So, like, this is awesome just to be, like, catching up with you guys, talking some soccer. Like, this is it.
No, and this is perfect. I mean, we love to get more. We're happy to have you on only because, we're trying to expand the brand here. We're trying to expand our football knowledge out here. Obviously, a lot of us are Prem. I'm mainly La Liga. Sometimes a little bit of Peruvian League because that's how crazy I am. And a little bit of MLS, Mexican League, and all that stuff. But we're happy to have a Serie A enthusiast here. But I don't know, man. You said 5-10 rough games, bro. I think it's been almost, 7-8 rough years, I would say, in the Champions League.
In the Champions League alone, yes.
Yeah,
Champions League alone, yes.
Let's just pull up if anybody wants to pull up right now the results real quick for the Champions League games, because I think that's where we're going to start off with. And I think
I got you, Mr.
Yeah, we'll just pull off because Gianluca, man, what the hell was that, bro?
Dude,
hey, Kieran, I don't know where you're at with our screen, but high five, bro. You and me, high five, and Kieran and Isaac too. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it, man. But
you guys
high
did a good
five,
job
bro.
on that goal.
On the Galatassary, because we called it, we said it, we predicted it. Gianluca, what was your reaction, bro? Okay, so
first of all, it was spot on. Let me just say that what you guys had to say about that Galatasaray game and what was going to go into it with the fans and the crowd and just like everything going into that. Perfect. I saw that mid game. It was like right after the red card. I think you guys maybe commented at me, and I looked on my Instagram. I'm like, oh boy, what's this? I look at the reel. I'm like, oh gosh, they were perfectly right. It's like, I don't know. The game started bad. It was like back and forth a little bit. You guys get fat mob. I like that. I usually use Sofa score, but started off, went down 1-0, and then like 15 seconds later, it was cool. Perfect goal. And and then after that it just went downhill. I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
So I think when Coop Miners, I think when the first goal went in, right, I was like, okay, this is good. Like, that was it. I was like, perfect response. And then the second one came in. I saw it was 2-1. I was like, man, I think Juve got it now. Because from what I've seen from Juve, especially in Champions League, you always just need to get high into those results. But when you're down like that crazy into a game, I just think that doesn't benefit you a lot. So when I saw that second goal go in for Galatasaray, and then the third one, and then the fourth one, I mean the fourth goal. I mean, John, I don't know how many times I've seen Juve just crumble, just every single time in the Champions League, and then you're doing
Not
like
even the second goal when Yildiz is on the top of the 18 of our own 18 and he's trying to turn and he loses it and then he just creates a chance for them himself. It's like they hurt themselves more than they helped themselves this year. And the other thing I did miss, I'm sorry to break this up, like Bremer. Every time Juve loses Bremer on defense and he's injured, it's just like everything goes down. And he loves guarding Osimhen and being man marked on him. So like once we lost him, everything went down, especially with the red card, obviously. But after that, it was just over.
yeah, and I think it's Juve's downfall has to be studied, right? We always talk about, United. We've talked about there was a period. I know I'm gonna shit on Arsenal here, but there was a period with Arsenal where they went like almost like so many years. We're like, dude, what is going on with this team? Madrid are a little bit into that, but I think they're lucky enough to know that they can get the best players in the world, where they can kind of escape with that.
Also
There
helps
was a
that you
period
have
for
2
Barca.
Champions League in this decade, which is still the only team to repeat this decade as winners. So
Right,
yeah.
right, but for Juve, man, dude, ever since y'all signed Cristiano, and I think ever since he left, what has been the main factor, I think, for your team's downfall in just the last few years? Because when was the last time y'all won Serie A? I don't even remember.
I want to say I'm not going to be completely right, but it's like 2015-ish, around there.
Like around? No, I doubt it. I think like
Let me
2020,
see.
like around.
I think
I think around
2020,
I think
2020.
2019 is the last time they won it.
I think 2019, correct?
I think it was
Yes,
that was
yep.
that was near the end
1920
of
with
Ronaldo's
Ronaldo with his
stint
last one.
at
Yep.
Juve.
That's the thing. Like you said, like Ronaldo and then losing Ronaldo and not really selling him for much. And then we lose a bunch of guys in our system, like Huijsen, who's playing with Real Madrid right now. And it's just like we let him go for free to where'd he go at first? I think it was like Atalanta at first, and then he went over to Real Madrid. And it's like we have guys in house with their youth, but we don't trust them enough to work up to that next level. And I think some of the coaches at that point, like Allegri and like Tudor, like didn't really love putting in those young guys. Even Pirlo. I mean, Pirlo did at times, but it was like he had Ronaldo, and then after Ronaldo, they sacked him after he didn't win Serie A, and it was just like, okay. So I mean, a lot of coaches changing. I mean, that goes into it. And then just the transfer markets. We miss on, feel like every transfer market it is. Like we get bottom grabbers that are Juve type players, and it's not going to help our team. It's like they're never going to get up to the top if we just keep getting, bottom grabbers who are playing in like last transfer market, not this season, last season. They got Carlos Alcaraz from Carlos Alcaraz, not Alcaraz, Alcaraz or something like that from Sunderland. It's like, you're making moves like loans like that. It's like not going to be the best. He's playing in the second league and in the English division. I mean, you can push for greater things when you're Juventus, but they just haven't been in the recent past.
Right, and I think we can all agree, right? I think the positive thing that we've seen, I think, from this year was obviously the signing of Luciano as your manager. I think that's been a big thing because he's done great things, I think, with Napoli, and I think obviously he's done. I think he was part of the Italian national team, right? If I'm not mistaken, during the run.
Yeah, he was
Euros.
just fired recently.
Yeah, he was just fired, so then he went to Juve, which I for the Italian team, I don't get at that. Even the whole Italian federation has just been ass. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, one of the other Champions League games today was just like the Inter Milan result, which we'll talk about soon later on. I think in our second segment with more Champions League stuff. But Italian football has just been in such a decline. I think I've said La Liga so many times as well too. Like they've just been on the decline as well, and it just makes you think. Gianluca, from your perspective, what is going wrong with the Italian? Is it the influx of bad owners that are coming into these teams? Like I know Inter have had issues with their owners. I think Juve have complained about their owners. I think Milan too have had complaints about their owners. And it's crazy. You just see how poor the league is. And you know how bad the league is when I'm seeing Luka Modric for like MVP in the Serie A when he couldn't even do it in La Liga. He couldn't even break it through like a Dani Ceballos even at one point, or like a Tchouaméni or a Camavinga who cannot even progress the ball. But he's like their MVP. And then you see Kevin De Bruyne is like like what, the second or third best player in the league.
Before he got
Like,
hurt, yeah.
what do you think is going wrong with Serie? And anyone's like free to share their opinion as well. Like, what do you think is going wrong with like Serie
If
A?
anyone else
Really,
has
just
anything to
Juve.
say, they can. But like the main point, like it's the owners, like it's like that for everybody. Like the American owners come in, but I don't know how much of a problem that is when it's like mostly like just bad gameplay. Like everything they put on pitch is just like, and there's good games here and there, but like the Inter Juve game, like it was a good game if you watched it like back and forth, like, but then they'll just have like referees getting into the game. It's like the Italian Referee Association is probably one of the worst. Like, I don't know. It's not that great. And they're not going to change anything. All they do after games is just apologize and say stuff's not going to change, and it never does. So, I mean, in that point, I mean, the gameplay is just bad because of everybody's worried about the refs and not about the game at that point.
I mean, you could say it, bro. That was one of the worst calls I've ever seen. Inter Juve, one of the worst calls I've ever seen.
The worst.
I'm just saying. I
No, yeah, it was terrible. Especially like I'm a Italian fan, so like Bastoni, like I'm gonna ride for him when he plays for Italy,
Right.
but like when he's on Inter, like that was just a bullshit move, like diving like that. He even said after the game, like, yeah, I dove. It was bad to do that. Like, okay, dude, like you say it after the game, but like you're cheering when he gets the red card, you're asking for the red card, and then like it just escalated
Yeah,
from there.
and the manager's defending him. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
It
he's
is what
like,
it
oh,
is.
I mean, if I'm Kalulu, I'm not going to put my hands on the player. Don't put yourself in that situation. Well, it's not really. He didn't really put himself in a situation. He just stepped in front of the ball and put his arms up. It's like that shouldn't be a yellow card. That shouldn't be a double yellow leading into a red. But
Yeah, I mean, he's just playing defense, bro. I mean, what else?
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like the Serie A in general. I mean, I remember like how in the '90s it was like the league that you want to go to. Like English players would go play for like an AC Milan, Juventus, because that's where the money was. Like the premise today, and I think there was like one of the largest football scandals ever was like Calciopoli, I believe, in 2007. And I think ever since then, Serie A just hasn't been the same. Even though, yes, you had like Juve winning the Serie A, like what is it, 8, 9 years in a row, like in 2010s, and then still like you have like Inter still like making finals and like winning the champs here and there. At the end of the day, like the talent is still there, but the branding, imaging, the money, and everything that like Serie A used to own, it's just gone. And yes, that Calciopoli did a lot of damages to that I still think to this day they still haven't recovered from. And then obviously with like the refereeing situation, it's just like they don't want to like I don't know, it seems like they thrive with these controversies where they don't want to make these decisions right. And what they don't realize is it just makes it a bad watching experience for fans, whether it's for the old fans or the new fans that do want to get into the game. And then also like just for like the game and that image that Serie A is, because people are just gonna think, oh, it's just a corrupt league. Like nobody wants to watch. Just like people with like La Liga may have complaints about like Barcelona or Real Madrid, like having like decisions going in their favor. Same with Serie A too. And it's like until you don't fix that issue of like refereeing, and then also just like the ownership, like having owners that actually care about the club, about the fans, and like really investing money into the league, it's going to continue to crumble. As much as I hate to say it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like talking about like the finances of Italian Serie A, it feels like a lot of the big teams over there always have to sell their best players for whatever reason. Like, was it Milan in 2023? They had to sell Tonali. He was such a good midfielder for them, but they had to sell him for financial reasons. Or if you look at like Inter, when they won the league under Antonio Conte, they had to sell a lot of their best players to raise money, and that's why Conte left them. Also, just like I remember listening to Chiellini talk last year on the Overlap podcast, and he talked about how like AFC Bournemouth, for example, a very small team in England, they signed Dean Howson from Juventus. Like such a small team in England can sign such a top prospect from Juventus, but like the other way around, like Lecce, for example, a small team in Italy could never dream of signing a player from like United or Barcelona or like a Bayern Munich, for example. So I think like it's like La Liga, it feels like, where like very strict financial rules or financial problems seem to have like this really big effects on even like the biggest, best teams in Italy, whether that's like a Napoli or a Juve or like either of the Milan teams. It seems to like plague almost every team there.
Yeah, and I think that's where we got to. I just searched up the name of because one of the big we mentioned La Liga, the quality, and you're right, Doc. I think I call him for anybody that I call him Doc because that's his nickname. Because he's the Doctor Keneally because he's always spitting facts and knowledge as the professional that he is. But going back on track here, as you mentioned earlier about the financial stuff, that's one of the big things that even here at this is why I compare Serie A and La Liga because it's just like you see the older talent that goes into La Liga, you see the older talents that go to Serie A and they kind of thrive. Like I think if like I know I used Modric as an example for Madrid, but because Madrid is like like the top 2 or top 3 teams in La Liga. But if he was playing for like Elche or for Villarreal, I guarantee he'd be like a MVP in that league automatically if he got minutes and stuff because of how there's just that the physicality and I think the amount of talent that there is in these teams are just not as they used to be back 5 to 6 years ago, where you had talents like Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Suarez, Benzema, Bale. Like these are big names, and I know you're getting them with Lamine and Mbappe, but I don't think you're getting it to the same extent of like those legends right there. But one of the big people that Florentino and a lot of the Liga fans have gone after is Javier Tebas because financially, like Kieran said, like a Lecce in Serie A or whoever, any mid-table team in Serie A, if they dream of trying to get a player from, like you said, Bournemouth, dude, Bournemouth's going to splash like 30, 60, 70 million for like a player that hasn't even proved himself outside of Europe. Crystal Palace is going to sell Mateta for like 60, 70 because they have that much money and that much power and that much influence through like the rights and stuff. And that's the same thing that's going on in Serie A. And kind of reflects that when you have all those talent just dispersed and the quality is just awful because that's what you see players like Modric and you see players like De Bruyne kill it. Lukaku revive his career for one point when he was so bad at United. And you know what's funny, Kieran? I remember we've had these conversations like, dude, what if it's United, man? Like that team is such a problem. You see, you're seeing players like McTominay scoring goals. You're seeing Hoyland dominating that league. You're like, dude, what if it's United? I think we gotta look back, especially with these last Champions League results, and just be like, you know what, man? It was never about United. It's just that league is just so bad right now, and it's reflecting in Europe because of how bad all the Italian teams have been. And I know I know Inter made it to the final last year, but I mean, look at what happened when they went to the final. Like even the way building up to that, it was just poor. And then you see Juventus downfall. Milan hasn't done much. Who else do you want to get? I guess I'm excited to see the team that Nico Paz is playing. I forgot the team's name. I mean, I'm
Como.
excited for that. Como, you
Yeah,
might see them
Como.
in
Yeah.
there.
I
But
mean, like Napoli, like they were the Serie A winners last year, and they couldn't even make it to like round of 32 in Champions
round of
League.
32, this is what I'm saying. It's Serie A is just in such a rough spot, man, and I feel sorry for you, John. I completely do, man, because I don't know if your president's gonna try to inflict something or change something with the financial rules or whatever the hell. But yeah, man. I guess we'll end it off with this for Juve sense. Is there any hope for you guys going back to the San Siro because, or sorry, not the San Siro.
Right now, but you're good.
And the Allianz because I was confused the two icons. But the
Yeah, no, you're
Allianz.
good. You're good. I
Is there
mean,
any hope,
three
man? Because
hope. I don't know. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's not looking great. I mean, three is possible. You can tie with three and then hope to go in, but I don't think we have the attack for it.
yeah, and I think this is where I'm hoping to see Yildiz. Like this is I think that's a legacy game for Yildiz because I was a little bit
It would
disappointed
be.
with his performance at Turkey. I thought he was going to be one of those one. He's the good thing about Juve. I think you guys have some players in there. Like I really like Locatelli, even though he was disappointing.
Yep.
You mentioned Bremer, who you said is a key player for that team, and I completely agree. I think he's going to be called up for the World Cup for Brazil, obviously.
I hope so.
But Yildiz is one of those players that I'm hoping for the second leg. You just see the star that he is because I think he has potential. I mean, how tall is he? Like 5'10", 5'11". He's strong.
Yep.
He's good on both feet. He's an
50.
elite dribbler. He's almost like a hybrid second striker because he can play at the 10, he can play on the wing, but like you can also see that he's so big and strong that he can be as a second striker supporting whoever's up top. You got McKennie in there, who we've praised. Me and Isaac have praised from him for years now at Juve. So he's one of those fundamental pieces. So I guess there's hope, but I mean, 3 goals. I think me and Kieran are probably going to. I know me and him in the group chat, we were just high fiving each other, man, because we called it, man. We called it for that result, man. We knew that stadium was just a nightmare, man. And that goal was it was the free kick, bro. For some reason, that reminded me of that Onana mistake. Remember, Kieran?
Don't
I'm sorry.
remind me, Jeff. I
No,
forgot all about Nana. I forgot all about him until you said that.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, we'll change it up for the next matchup, which is obviously for my good friend Ryan Addeo, man. Dortmund. Man, your Dortmund team, bro. Look, when we beat them in the final, and I think the following year, next year, I was like, I don't know what we'll expect from them. But man, does Dortmund have been so impressive this year, and I didn't think how impressive they were until Isaac dropped some knowledge on me, and he was just telling me like, yeah, like they're second, they're still pretty good. They were, I think they were decent in the run in the Champions League as well. So I don't know what you saw that game. I imagine. What was your
Yeah.
takeaways from that game?
So here's what I'll say. Dortmund loves to get your hope up. That's what I'll and make that very clear. They absolutely just did not play well. I mean, in the round robin, just Champions League opening, like they dropped the ball. 100% they did. I mean, that's why we're playing Atalanta. We shouldn't be there. I mean, we were in Group A with everyone else: Real Madrid, PSG, Chelsea, all these big names, and we almost got knocked out. Like we almost didn't even make the playoffs. But the fact that we are so close to Bayern, I don't know how it happened. I'm going to be honest. I just looked one day and we were like a couple points out, and I was like, oh, all right. I mean, they have like triple our goals. So I don't even know how. Yeah, that's what I'll say. But
yeah, I mean, for your team, I'm looking at like there's a lot of talent that like teams are going to be scouting for your team. I know one of them that I'm hoping. I know me and some Barca fans are going to look after him. Will not look after him like we're going to baby him, but like I know he didn't play that last game. But for example, I think he was out injured for that game. Nico Schlotterbeck. I mean, he's been I think one of your standouts, and it's impressive that you guys won without him because that Atalanta team. We know how dangerous they can be, but obviously Lookman left, and they're not the same team that they were like back in 24, obviously. But still a dangerous team that you have to watch out for, and you've been at least consistent in that regard. But you have players like him. Obviously, you have Joe Bellingham, who's obviously been a high name, high praise, a talent that you guys are looking at, and then your striker, Garassi, man.
Yeah, he's the man. That's the only like I got Schlotterbeck on the back of this jersey right now, but I don't know how long he's gonna stay in Dortmund. I'll be honest. Like as soon as Barca was like, "Oh yeah, we're interested in him," I'm like, "Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's not staying here." I mean, I don't know. I don't have faith. That's what we do. We build up good talent and then we ship it out. I mean, that's the Dortmund way. I mean, what else can I say? But Karim Adeyemi, he's another one of those guys where I think he's going to be gone soon. High talent, like just got the high motor. But I love them and I can't get too attached, and then they leave. That's just what keeps happening, man.
What's that feeling like, man? Like sometimes, like obviously for me, like a lot of us are like supporters of big teams, like me, right? Like so, I'm lucky where I'm like, we're gonna take your player, we're gonna take your player, we're gonna take your player. I'm never thinking of like one of these players ever gonna leave, and if they're gonna leave, it's because we don't need them, or it's like no, who cares? Like he's trash anyway. Like you can give him to Bournemouth for on loan, or send him out to Villarreal, or put them away from misery for retirement at United or at Juve, for example. I'm not trying to pick on you guys. I'm just giving you examples that I've seen throughout my time. But what is that feeling, man? Like, dude, you're like, dude, we have these talent. Like, we're in there. We made so many Champions League finals. A more specific one in 2024. You have all these young stars, but like, you just like, what is that feeling, man? Like, jeez, man.
It's like it's a feeling that I know I can't get attached. I know I already said that, but think about the team that Dortmund would have if we didn't ship out every good player we had. Or you got Haaland, Hakimi. I mean, dude, the amount of talent.
Haaland, Jude Bellingham, Hakimi. Like obviously, if Marco Reus was still here.
Yeah, Royce.
Jadon Sancho in his prime.
Yep. Yeah. And then we're talking about bringing him back now that he's washed. Like the team is a joke. I'm sorry. Like I love him. I would ride or die with my team. Like you gotta. I'll make that very clear. But we are like a small team that's pretending to be big. Like we're pretending to be this European giant when honestly, it's gonna be a long time, and we gotta change our whole mindset if we're gonna win anything big anytime soon. That's just what I think, though.
I want to quickly add. This kind of reminds me of like, so back in college, I went to Duke, and same with our basketball program. We're like a one and done where you bring all these like 5-star recruits. You only get 1 year with them because they're going to leave for the NBA. So obviously this year with Cameron Boozer, my senior year with Cooper Flag, freshman year with Paolo. And it's just like crazy to think like there could have been a universe where like my freshman year with Paolo as a freshman, Zion Williamson would have been a senior, and then like Cooper Flag as a freshman, Paolo would have been a senior. It's like you could have these like insane super teams, and I thought like I'd be like just sad about this, like dang, like you only get 1 year with them and then they're gone. But it's also kind of like we're always getting these like new talents and they're like unique and just exciting to watch their own way. So it just kind of like keeps us, and then obviously just like hoping for winning like a championship like one of these days with one of these guys. But with like Dortmund, it's kind of slightly different because it's like yeah, you do like get all these exciting players that you eventually end up like selling them away to like big clubs, but at the same time you're still not like competing for a Champions League or not like for winning the Bundesliga because you have like a Bayern Munich, and the 1 year Bayern didn't win, it's because you had like an undefeated season from Leverkusen.
Yeah.
It's just like dang, like that just must be like double the pain.
You can't catch a break. I mean, Bayern's run that league for so long, and like you said, I mean, when they weren't good, it was Leverkusen. And now we're close, but we're still like I think it's what
It was
7,
like
8
6
points
points away or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's still going to be an uphill climb. Yeah, I don't know. Our back line is just not really that great. I mean, Schlotterbeck's great, but that's really the extent of it, at least in my opinion. Guirassi's great too, but he's 31. So like you're bringing in these older guys who might have a high ceiling, and you're hoping that they'll break out, and you're hoping that you'll get this young talent up and like developed. But then you only got a few years with them. Even like, I mean, I could see us shipping out Job at the end of the season. I mean, he's been pretty underwhelming for us. So there's another one.
Yeah, that's a shocking one. I thought Joe would do a lot of better, but I think the Bellinghams have just been having a rough 2025, 2026. We heard the rumors with the parents how I think was it Job's dad that was like the Mr. Senior Bellingham was just like going crazy with like the managers and stuff about his playing time.
Something
Obviously
along
the
those
off
lines.
thing with Jude and Chubby. Like, dude, I feel bad for them, man. They've had a rough year, man. I don't know.
mean,
Their PR teams are in the battle. You know how they always the memes about their PRs and stuff. Like I know we've heard about that. So it's like they're
brutal.
just in the mess right now. And like you're saying, man, I trust your word, but I haven't heard much about Job, and maybe it's his
No.
first year thing. But even like Jude, when he was his first year, he was pretty decent at least. He had a few goals here and there.
Yeah.
Job, I just heard a lot of controversy.
And I mean, we're a team that really has a struggling midfield too. Like you would have thought he would have came in kind of
Right.
changed it around, but like hasn't really changed. The midfield is
Right.
still pretty terrible. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
like,
it is pretty terrible.
when we were in the Club World Cup, we had probably the worst midfields of any team. I mean, and I shouldn't say of any team, but of any like major team, one of the worst midfields. It was why we lost a lot of games.
I guess I ended off for Dortmund, Ryan, because I don't want to put you through more pain. But I'm gonna end it off with like the final like cut here. I think the two names that I think are gonna leave probably are the main one being Schlotterbeck and the other one being Guirassy. Where do you think both of those guys go? Because for me, I'm dying to have a Schlotterbeck to replace a David Alaba or anything like that. Where would you like to see him? Because I know the two teams that are probably going to go after him this year or next year is going to be Madrid or Barca. So I guess where would you like him to go, Madrid or Barca?
From what I've heard, probably Barca. But I mean, I would if he's gonna go anywhere. If he goes to Madrid, at least I can be kind of happy you got him and not Barca. But like,
okay, cool, thank you. No, because I was like, dude, we've knocked you out so many times. We've beat you in the Champions League finals, and I'm like, why would he want him to get us? But I appreciate that.
I gotta root for one of my friends' teams. Even if you guys win, what can you say? But
no, I've had many friends who hate my team, so it's like
trust me, I don't like Madrid more than most people, but I'd rather them over Barca, honestly. But
yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'd actually be surprised if Guirassy left. Maybe that's just my own blindness, but I actually think someone like Adeyemi would go first, and I think Barca has consistently probed us about him. Even like Maxi Bayer he's just a younger talent that's come up. If we don't move him to striker, we're kind of leaving him at the wing right now. If we don't move him to striker, he could leave as well. I mean, take your pick, honestly. Just look down the roster and whoever probably can go.
Right. Yeah. Is there anyone that you're looking at for next year? Like, because I know usually there's rumors for that. But is there anyone that you thought like, yeah, we should definitely take him?
Dude, I'll be honest. It's always like, oh, we should go get this player, and then we don't make a move. Or like our top move was to sign Joe last like transfer window.
Yeah.
Like that's cool and all, but like he hasn't had the impact, and it's like, oh, it's
Right.
a Bellingham. Like at the end of the day, it didn't really help us that much. We're kind of
Right,
like scared of
exactly.
making moves. So I
No,
honestly
definitely.
couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, and I think Garassi. I think if any team, where would Garassi go? I'm actually curious for that, boys. Like, do you think what team needs like a striker like Garassi? Because he's 31, as you said.
Yeah,
Dude, do you
I-
think an Arsenal would take him with how bad Gyökeres has been and stuff? Like, do you think maybe like if Arsenal would splash the cash for him, like would a Juve take him? Like, I'm trying to think what team
was-
needs because he's
so he's
31,
from-
so obviously he wants to contend.
yeah. He's
What's
from
a team that needs like that
France.
type of focal?
I know Gyökeres has had a rough season. He's been kind of I'd say Premier League flop, but you know when Havertz came back, you saw that connection happen instantly. I don't think Gyökeres is a bad striker. I don't think he's not getting. You have Saka as a left-footed player. He's playing on the right, so he can cut it and shoot. Gyökeres needs someone that can feed him the ball. He's that type of player. So I don't know if we should bring him in, or get rid of him. But I don't know. Or
I'm just saying, just for another option
too. So
No, I agree. I just think I'm just bringing up names just in case. Like, what
Oh,
teams,
yeah.
like, do you think a United would need him? I mean, I know you guys have Embuemo and Sesko, so maybe
I
not.
mean,
I'm just trying to think. Chelsea.
I think we do need like another striker because I think Xerxes is going to leave and Sheshko would be our only one. But like the fact that he's 31 is kind of putting me off a bit. He's not going to be like a long-term kind of striker.
Right.
So I mean, like he could be a good mentor for Sheshko, but I wouldn't want to pay too much for a 31-year-old striker because he's
That
only
is
going to
gonna
get
be the
worse
problem.
and decline.
Yeah.
I don't think we
Yeah.
would be in for him.
Yeah, and also
Just you
to add
wouldn't
on
mind
to
him
that,
in Juve.
you wouldn't mind him at Juve. You know, I was
No,
actually gonna say
because-
I could see him make a Serie A move because remember guys like Mateta, AC Milan almost got him, and then there was like some type of medical something that he failed, and that move went down. I also just checked his foot mob. He's 29, not 31. Like
My bad.
wow,
I
why
thought
are
he was
we?
more older.
we're like
I thought he was way older. I thought he was at least
we're
Wow,
30.
that's
putting him in the
information.
30s,
My bad,
man. He's
guys.
just not even
Hey,
30
still,
yet.
that's still old. in
That's
my
on
opinion.
me. That's on me. That's on me.
No, but still, hey, 21.
I threw him under the bridge
29
way
is
too
30,
quick.
bro. Who cares? And you round it
Yeah.
up 30, 31.
feel like-
That's fair.
Actually, you know what? He does turn 30 in like 3 weeks, so
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
good.
okay,
That's
so
30, bro. He's old.
That's
Basically
close
there.
enough to
He's
31.
basically-
Come on.
He's there.
But yeah, just to say, like I could see like an AC Milan, Inter Milan, maybe not Inter Milan because they're set with like Lautaro and
Thuram
is
and
it Thuram? Yeah.
yeah, and also Es- Esposito. I'm sorry. I think that's how you
Esposito?
say it.
Okay.
It's like he's a younger striker, Italian guy.
Mm.
His brother also plays for Inter, but he's only 20 years old, and he had the goal against Juve, the game winner. It was the header. It was just not the game winner. I'm sorry, Zelinski was the game winner, but he just gets up. He's a beast. He's got kind of got like the Holland build to him, where he's just like tall as shit, and he's just like built. Like you can just like you see him, he's like a wall, bro. Which I missed when I was talking about Juve. I'm sorry to go back to this, but like I feel like Juve would be in a better place if Dusan hasn't been hurt for this long. Like I feel like West has been able to.
is missed, man. I think
I feel like
Barca will go
West-
after him.
I know, which is scary because it's every year, but like his contract has been putting us in the dumps a little bit because it's just so big. But I feel like Wes has been able to do what he's been doing this year because Dusan hasn't been there that much. And what they've been doing is just like get it out to the wingers, Yildiz and Kote Sao, cross it in and like hope something happens. But they don't have any target guys besides Wes. And like Dusan, that's why like Gus Arago, he would be sweet with Juve. Just like a target guy, someone who can work on the ball, get in the air, like it'd be sweet.
Yeah, and the
Mhm.
experience too. And for some reason, Juve just don't like. I don't know. Vlahovic has just had a rough time at Juve. Like, and I still think the talent is there for him. I mean, that goal that he had in 2022, there was like a game he had against Villarreal where I was like, dude, that's a like a Lewandowski type of finish. So, and I think Barca are gonna look for him to target I think Guirassy as well for Barca as well because Lewandowski's leaving and they've been dying for just because Varane has just not been cutting it for Barca obviously, but they're dying for someone for Lamine to kill. So like for you guys, I know for the Dortmund and Juve fan, just hold on to your strikers, man, because I think Barca are coming in for them, bro. Either one of those two.
I'm hoping Guirassy does not leave, man. That's all I gotta say. But
yeah, or he might stay. Who knows, man? He might stay.
And
he might be like,
what do you know about Julian Ryerson?
I don't know who
Is right back. Well, he's our fullback basically. Yeah, he's got 14
Oh,
assists.
Riverson.
That's all I gotta say.
Riverson?
Yeah, Julian Ryerson.
Yeah,
I might have
yes,
just.
Vinny's
bad,
toy. Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Come on now. Come on now. That's a deep cut, man.
I'm sorry. Dude, I'm sorry.
I was just rooting for you. I was just.
Food, but...
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're completely right. But he's got 14. He's got 14 assists on the year. That's.
He might be another one who needs a right back pretty much.
Yeah,
man.
Hey, Man United Loki does need one, like as Diogo Dalot.
Come on, guys. Dortmund is not like it's not a grocery store.
I'm not gonna lie. Every guy that we do get from Dortmund, every guy that we do get from Dortmund, they kind of flop. Like Sancho, and I'm sure there's I can't name others, but like I don't know if I want to do business with you guys. I'll be honest.
The pipeline is just not there. What can I say? Just leave us alone, man.
We'll leave you alone. We'll leave you
alone. Hey, look, I don't think Madrid will look after Iverson because we have arguably the second best right back in the game. So I don't think we'll look after him. But I think Schlotterbeck we will be after.
Oh yeah.
I think Barca are going to be hunting for your striker and Vlahovic, man. I think those are the guys, man. Iverson too. I think someone might get him. Someone who needs a right back. I don't know who needs a right back right now. At the top of my head, because Arsenal already loaded. Man City already got players in there. Madrid already have Trent. Maybe Man United, like you said, but is he really proven at that point? Does Juve want to go get him? I don't think so. So is there a swap there? It's just I think between your guys with how bad I think your teams have been in the Champions League and how disappointing I guess you are in terms of like big teams as well. I think you guys are gonna get picked off this summer, man. With so many, like Locatelli might be out, Vlahovic might get picked off, Mr. McKennie's gonna get picked off. Riverson, as you mentioned, Guirassy, Job might leave, and then obviously Schlotterbeck is going to be the one center back left that every big team is going to want. So, our prayers to Juve and Dortmund fans, man. You guys are legendary UCL teams, but these last few years and weeks and months and just the last 24 hours, it's just been interesting. I mean, I know Dortmund are up, and I imagine you're confident they'll go close that in Atlanta, but I think after that, I think you guys are probably going to be
right. I mean, we're up 2-0, but then if we win, if we move on, we play Arsenal or Bayern. So like it's pretty much.
Oh, and Jude, don't say too comfortable too, because if it goes off for you, we're gonna pick off your team as well. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, I know.
But, we're gonna cut it off here for a time because we're obviously gonna give our sponsorship to a little bit for our man at Robin Stone Pictures. Please, as always, all of our listeners out there, go follow at Stone Pictures, our main producer. Shout out to you, champ. Second week in a row, Super Bowl champion. Shout out to you. But I think after this weekend, we're done sponsoring a champ. We're going to get back to calling you no longer Robin, but the Batman, as we like to call him here on our show. But let's try to recap or finish off the other Champions League games because they've been absolutely incredible. Me and Rich were working out the gym earlier today, and we were like, it was like, what, 9 or like 9:30, 10. We were looking at like, these games kind of look whack, man. Like, I don't know. Richard, if you don't mind just pulling up the games from obviously yesterday, then we'll go on to today as well. If you don't mind sharing that screen.
I got you, my guy.
And then we literally finished our work and we're like, just as a midway into or right before second half for the games of today's, which is Wednesday, February 18th. We're like, oh shit, these are actually pretty good games. Because obviously me and Karen, we were looking at the Olympiacos versus Leverkusen game. So we were like, looking at that game, because we made the hot take that we think Olympiacos is going to pull it off in Greece. Obviously, 2-0 win for Leverkusen. If that's the first game we can recap. Beautiful goals by, what's the striker's name? Always Schleck. Always mispronounce his name. Sheik.
Sheik.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it? Sorry?
I think it's Patrick Sheik.
Patrick Sheik. Been in the game for a while, man. I'm shocked that he hasn't gone to any other big team for the time being, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of shocked. But no, 2 goals from him, so shout out to them. And Karen, are we confident for that second leg? I'm not too sure, man.
No, because I think the first leg was in Greece, So Olympiacos
Yeah.
have to go to Leverkusen. They're 2-0 down. I mean, Leverkusen are the better team, better players.
Yeah.
It's looking tough. I mean, never say never, but like I think
Right.
Olympiacos are probably like halfway out. I think it's
they're
a bad
probably
prediction
not.
now, but at least we tried with it. I
And
don't
we
know.
tried. Hey, we weren't gonna chicken out, and we weren't gonna be like some teams that just sit deep and do nothing. We're gonna go out and attack with our takes, and obviously we miserably failed, but we did get the Galatasaray 1-1. So I guess we're confident there. We're just waiting for next week to see if Juve will pull it off and stuff. Sorry, John. I know I'm picking on you here, but it's just our predictions matter a lot. We want to look like the enthusiastics here. We want to look like the smart Pep Guardiola tacticos here, but
That was a great call by you guys.
I think so too. I think we called it really well. So that was obviously one Juve. We recapped Juve, Dortmund, um, the Galatasaray Olympiacos, and then the next one, which I was hate watching on the way here, was the Atletico Madrid versus Club Brugge, 3-3. Happy that my guy Lukman scored. Made the take earlier this morning as well about. Obviously, I think he's been their top signing. I know they lost, but hey, my boy scored a goal, and you know, whoopie doo. But 3-3. I think we all predicted from the panel Atletico Madrid, me, Kieran, and Isaac, because of the talent. And I mean, when you look at it, they were up 2-0 and then to go 3-3. I mean, still, Club Brugge is a tough team. I think from all the times that we've played them, I think Arsenal played them a few times. Dortmund, I imagine they've played them the times. Tough away ground to go to is not one of the easier away grounds to go to. So to get at least a 3-3 draw there, and you go back to the Metropolitano with that crazy environment, yeah, I'm still gonna probably be confident with my pick that Atletico will probably just close it out. But if they blow it, it'll be interesting conversations about Mr. Cholo Simeone. That's all I'm gonna say. But hey, man, look, man, shout out to you, man. Goal, beautiful goal here and there, and Julian getting on the score sheet as well. So good for him. I think the other game from today was the Newcastle versus Quarterback game. 6-1 from Newcastle. I mean, 4 goals by Anthony Gordon. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Anybody saw like the game, that those goals? Like Jesus, man, that guy definitely gonna get called up for England. I guess the question will be whether he'll be starting for the England national team. I'm not too sure. Only because you got Rashford, you got Rodgers in there potentially that they might bring, but he's definitely gonna be an impact sub coming off. So that's why I think Anthony Gordon these last 2 years, man, has been making his case to. I wouldn't say spot, but he's gonna be that X factor. You know, there's a lot of national teams that need that X factor, and I think he's gonna be one of them coming off the bench. I mean, he's clinical, he's quick. His combination with the strikers are always great, and I think for England, I know they have Rashford and Saka, but just off the bench, man, just for tired legs, or even for a start. I remember even in that Euros run, people were saying, "Hey, give Gordon a start over whoever you want to put, which was Foden or Jude. Like, give him the start on the left hand side." So to have him on the bench with Rashford recovering, he's going to be a dangerous piece for that England team, man. Just off the bench, a clinical finisher, goal scorer. He's handsome too. Long hair. Even Jamie Carragher was loving the fact that he's a Scouser, so I guess we'll add that too. I don't know if you heard that. He's like, he's a Scouser. I'm like, what does that have to do with his talent, or even the fact that he destroyed a poor little quarterback team? But hey, 4 goals, man. You got to give props. I think only Mbappe scored more than him this year too, which is.
Yeah, I was gonna say like just from this game, like it puts Anthony Gordon as the second in goal contributions in the champs. Mbappe with like 12 and Gordon with 8 or 9. So that's just crazy. Like just of this.
And that's a
one
potential
game.
bench player for the England team in this coming World Cup. So that's big. That's big.
Yeah,
man.
no,
That's
I feel like he's been
big.
underrated for a minute because like every time like we play against Newcastle, like he'll always like cook us on the wing. So it's good to see that he's getting his spotlight now.
Yeah.
Maybe he continues to perform well, but just hope not against United. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. No, completely agreed. I think the shocker today, though. I know you're having trouble to pull this up, man, but please try to, if you can, pull this up, man.
I'm gonna try one more time here.
Right. If you can, anybody else, if you're willing to try it, you can try
I
to
could
share
do it
screen,
if you need me to, Jeff.
Here.
All right, cool. That's fine.
Does it work here?
I think I got it. If for on YouTube you're watching, you're looking at this result right now on the table, or on our screen. But for our Spotify listeners out there, yeah, this Cinderella team in the Champions League, Bodo Glimt, right, just defeated Inter Milan 3-1. I am shocked. I am Salute to you, Bordeglin, man. Salute to you, man.
And just to like add a little point here, Bodo Glimt's like league season, it ended in November because they play in Norway and it's like freezing cold in the winter. So this is like their third game that they've played like in 2026, and they've results against City and I believe Atletico Madrid that they've like won or tied against, and now Inter Milan too in the first leg, 3-1, taking a 3-1 advantage to the San Siro. I mean, just a round of applause.
Just a round of applause. Everyone,
it's incredible.
Everyone, give them a round of applause, please, because put your hands out. Like this. If they pull this off, oh my God, this is one of the Cinderella stories I've ever seen, man. This is a team, like Aricha just said, this is their third game in like their entire year, bro, and they went and beat Inter Milan, the last year's Champions League finalists. And I know they're not the same team. They don't have the same manager, but the talent disparity should not even be comparable like this. And they got a result. They drew the Juve. Oh, they lost to Juve, but like still, like they're getting goals. They beat City 3-1. Come on, pull up more stats. I know they lost to Juve here and there, and
I mean, you can see right here, like November 30th was the last like league game that they had, and then like 2 weeks after that, it was that last Champions League game, and then just like a 2 little friendlies here and there, and then boom, Man City January 20th, and then you could see next up Atletico Madrid on January 20th 2-1, and then that club friendly got canceled, and now today in the round of 32 against Inter Milan, last year's runners up. They have a good chance to like progress further and like make it to round of 16, which is just incredible.
And I don't know if anybody can check, but I don't know who they face, but if whoever they got, man, look, just don't be overconfident against this team, man, because clearly they got something going on, man.
If they beat Inter, they move to City or Sporting.
City or Sporting.
Which they beat City already, so
they beat City already.
Wow.
Right?
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I mean, they drew with Dortmund, and I was like, how the hell did we just draw with this team? But like, now I don't feel too bad about it. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
we drew. We didn't lose.
Right. It's man, did they pull this off, bro? This is like one of the craziest stories I think I've ever heard, man. And it's just the quality. Again, it's the quality. Like this team should not be doing this. They should not be beating an Inter, a Atletico Madrid, a Man City, and drawing against a Dortmund, and then get like at least a respectable result against the Juve. Like I know those teams are just not at their highest levels. We get that, but again, the talent disparity is just insane, and the fact that they finished off their league year, what is this? I can't believe this. We should have given them more respect when we were making our predictions, Kieran, because you're like, can they do it? But I was like, there's no way, right? This got to end. I'm a betting man now. Don't bet against Bodo Glimt, man. I'm not gonna bet against them, man. I might put a few dollars in there, man. The next time for next week, man. Because I guess the prediction here is I asked the panel this: do you think they'll close it off? Is it possible? Can they do this?
They're hot right now, man. I'm just saying they are hot. You don't just go up 3-1 on the Champions League runner-ups for no reason. I would love to see it. That's what I'll say. It's a Cinderella story that I would love to see. Can they close it out? I hope so.
Yeah, I was gonna say it reminds me of like when Leicester City were in the Champions League, I think in 2016. They made it to like the quarterfinals, which is
Premier League, my friend.
No, but they were in the Champions League. Like the next year, they're in the Champions League though.
Yes.
They made it to the quarterfinals, which was like an insane achievement given how small they are compared to like everyone else. It could happen again with Bodo Glimt. I mean, given the competition's a lot better now, but I mean, if they don't concede in the first half of the second leg, I would be very confident in them seeing it out. But it is at the San Siro. We know it's a very tough place to play.
Yeah.
But I mean, if Inter aren't in a great spot, whether it's confidence, whether it's one thing or the other, maybe Bodo Glimt do pull it out. And I mean, they beat City once. Maybe they could do it again.
That's what I'm thinking too, man. I think if I'm that man, look, just call Jose, call Arteta, call Sean Dyche, call Allegri.
Man, at that point, just bring a bus. Just bring a school bus right in that net and just put it there.
Yeah, bring the buses.
Or put David De Gea and the goalkeeper and just Dave saves, man.
I mean, bro, get everything. Get the National Guard. Call your best managers and just defend for your damn lives, man.
I hate to be like
know,
the guy. You keep going, Jeff. My bad.
No. I mean, I imagine we're gonna talk about shoot. If you got to put snipers on the referees too to probably rig it too, like put snipers on them as well, just so that they don't rig the game because you know how Inter are just gonna go all out. Like they cannot go out against this team. There's no way. Their fans are gonna kill them if like you know how crazy Italian fans get. Like they're gonna kill them if they lose to this team.
Dude.
Yeah.
And like in so many different ways, not only just like throwing things and flares and stuff, but I'm talking about like insults as well. Like that there's no way they're not gonna at least give it their all because if they lose to that team, holy hell is gonna break down in the San Siro. They might the reconstruction might just start right now, like right that instant if they lose. Like they say, fuck that. No, we're not gonna wait till next year to rebuild this thing. No, we're gonna start right now because our team needs to rebuild after that embarrassing knockout to Bodo Glimt. But you know what, man? I'm on Bodo Glimt's side. I think they're gonna defend for their lives, and I think Juve's Juve. I think Inter's just gonna feel the pressure just so much to the point where like we can't do this, man. We just can't. We can't do this, bro. And defend for life. That's my final prediction. I think Bodo Glimt are gonna close out, and I think I'm gonna agree with Kieran. I know it's a cop out answer, but I think if even if it's one goal, I'd still be confident for them to get through. Even if it's one goal, because I think they can score. We've seen they can score. So maybe they hit them on the break. We got to do technical analyzations on these teams before they play their next game because I don't know who they got, but I know they can score goals. That we've seen now for sure. For sure they can score goals. So if you go into break or counter, whatever, they're definitely going to be able to cause some damage, especially if they're going to sit deep and just hit them on the break. So we'll see.
The thing I will say about Inter, if I could, they've been missing a couple of guys like Dumfries, Chanalu, and Fertezi, who hasn't played much, but like coming off the bench is a great midfielder. And then as well as Barella, who's been a little banged up. He was banged up against Juve, wasn't fit to play the full 90. Came out against Bodo today too. But like, I hate to be like that guy that's saying they can't do it, but I don't think they can. I feel like, and I feel like this is Inter written all over it, going back to their place. I feel like they're just gonna get it done, and I hate Inter. Like it's just their game to get done, and they're just gonna do it. Just what they do, and it's like they'll probably score one early, and then Lautaro will get one, and it's just like
they'll get a penalty here and there. There'll be a red card as you mentioned earlier too.
Yeah, I was gonna say like my heart wants Bodo, but I could just see Inter scoring like 2 quick goals in the 20th and 30th minute of the game, and then boom, it's like a 3-3 aggregate game. Second half game on.
I agree with you. They're gonna score, but I also see Bodo scoring too. I see them scoring like at least a goal. So then it's gonna be like 4-1 or like that's 4 goals that or like 3
maybe we just have that crazy semifinal that we had last year with Barca where it was like 4-4, 5-4 at some point aggregate, God knows what, and or maybe with like the Man United Lyon game, which I think at the end Man United ended up winning like 7-5 on aggregate or something. Like who knows, dude? It has crazy written all over it. That's for sure.
I'm just gonna be rooting for them. I know that for a fact because I just want the Cinderella story to happen, man. I really do. But yeah, I think moving on for other Champions League games. Obviously, I think from yesterday. We'll talk about that. Obviously, we'll talk about my team last, but obviously we had Dortmund Atalanta. Talked about Juve, Monaco PSG. Obviously, Isaac made the hot take that PSG was gonna knock out Monaco. Monaco was gonna knock out PSG. Sorry, and when I saw 2-2 as I was watching the Madrid game during that one, during the incident, I was like, dude, Isaac's onto something here, man. Like, oh my God, can Monaco score, man? I was like, oh no, he might be onto something. And then obviously PSG got.
And then that red card, man, it just kind of ruined all the momentum
just killed them. So I don't know. I'm still
Desiree Due, man. What a talent! Like, talk about that. 30 seconds or a minute in, and just like scores that goal, and then from there on, it was just PSG.
He's been bad this whole year. I haven't heard much from him besides. I think when he won, I haven't heard from him since he won the Golden Ball. To be honest with you, but or what is it the young Ballon d'Or that one time?
Golden Boy.
The Golden Boy. Sorry, yes, I was right, and then I changed it up. But I haven't heard much from him this year, and I mean, I think that's been one of the reasons why PSG's been really miserable this whole entire year. I don't think they've had that spark that they were missing like a Desiree do. Obviously, their defense, their goalkeeper. I've already been on that goalkeeper for Chevalier, man. I despise that keeper. That dude sucks. But um, yeah, I mean their defense is weak, and I'm still gonna favor PSG after this result. I mean they have the talent, like we kind of predicted. They're just gonna overpower that Monaco defense. But I mean, my respect to Monaco in the sense that you can score. I guess you can score, which I guess I should have remembered because when we play them, they did have a few chances here and there where if they did capitalize, it would have been a different game at the Bernabeu when we played them. But I just think PSG are going to be compact. It's at the Parc des Princes. You got the Ballon d'Or winner in there. Desiree Doué just scored 2 goals. You still have winners like Kvaratskhelia in there. You have Vitinha there. You have Del Neves. The defense is still solid. I don't think they'll win the Champions League, but I think they'll take care of business at the Parc des Princes and probably win like 4 goals. But if Isaac gets this right, man, I got to do something for him, bro. Because I'm telling you, when it was 2-2, I was like shivering. I was like, oh my god, he might be right. Oh my god, he might get this right. He might call. They might pick up a crazy result and then just defend for their lives at Parc des Princes and get something going, which will benefit them to just hit them on the break as well. But final Champions League game we'll talk about before we get into Arsenal. Obviously, Madrid. I imagine all of you saw the incident. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I think we know what happened. Obviously, for our listeners out there who don't know, Benfica versus Real Madrid, first leg at the Estadio de Luz in Portugal, away game for Real Madrid. Big matchup in the sense that the last time we went there, 4-2 loss, embarrassing goalkeeper game winner to get them into this position as well. So big matchup. We expected a lot of big things from this Madrid side to be more compact and just get a positive result out there just so you can go back to the Bernabeu and just close it off there. And mission accomplished. 1-0 win. Could have been 2, could have been 3. Very impressed with the team. Me, Kieran, and Isaac have talked about a million times here, and I think you two reach Trent, the impact of him. Absolutely amazing. You get the 4 midfield that get the diamond in there with Guler, with uh, Camavinga, Chomeni, Valverde, and as I predicted, I mean, Benfica just had nowhere to go through a large period of that game. Man, we just dominated, counter pressing, physical team, and we have an identity now, just brewing through that with the addition of Trent and the fact that now we can play the 4 midfielders. Obviously, Vinny was amazing. Mbappe, poor game. Um, our defense was solid as usual, and I think tactically, I think Arbeloa got it right over Jose, and I think that's a salute. But obviously, we're not going to talk about that a lot because the incident happened between that bastard. Yeah, we'll call him the bastard. He's a piece of shit. Sorry, I just don't like. I don't like cowards like that, right? Who have to literally cover their mouths and if you're gonna say something, say something. You know, say it out loud. Stand up. You're gonna hide your little face. You're gonna hide your mask and stuff. You're gonna hide what you were saying, Estrini, or whatever your name is, because I don't even care. Number 25. We'll call you number 25 because you don't deserve to be called in any content, whatever that matter. Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna hide? You bitch. He's a bitch. I'm sorry I'm using French here, and I know we don't have any French fans here, but I'm sorry. This is people like that just make me so mad, and it's so pathetic, especially for a player like Vinny. And I'm wearing this jersey. I haven't worn this in a long time because I've been mad with this player, but he showed up that game, and you know what? I proudly wear this jersey today. I proudly wear him, and will I say he's back? I don't know yet, but man, like I told Aricha after the incident, he's like Vinny's back, and I was like, he might be back because people are racially discriminating him like as they always do with this type of situation and stuff. But I won't go into it too much. It's just pathetic, and I hope UEFA. Obviously, the news came out that UEFA are still going to be doing the investigation, which is the frustrating part about the player just hiding his mouth, because we might know what he said. Like the evidence is there, but there's not the conclusive evidence that everyone's going to go up against, and it makes sense for people who don't like Vinny. Like, oh, why should we believe him? I'm not even going to get into that either because let's just use our brains here. The player was up 1-0. Um, this the Argentinian player that caused the havoc as well has been notorious for a lot of things of just being a shithead and just a troller as well. So you want to bring that as well. And it's just so funny that at the right time, where we know we have cameras all over the pitch, we have VAR all over the area. Of course, if we catch you saying anything like that, which is probably heinous in what he said, you're gonna cover your mouth just so we don't catch you and we don't shame you on that because your career would have been done by that point if if you didn't cover your mouth and we didn't see what you just said. But it's whatever, man. I think my takes from that I'll get from this game because I think I'm calmed down now with all that happened. I was very frustrated yesterday because obviously Vinny had an amazing game, amazing game. I just that's the Vinny I want to see, clinical and stuff like that. And we know the consequences and the investigation is going to be happening, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Concerned for the Osasuna game because we do play this weekend, and we know how at Pamplona it's going to be a chaotic game. So just watch out for that game if any of you guys are going to be tuning into the news because there might be something big happening. Who knows? La Liga, they haven't been protecting Vinny for a lot of these times, so we'll have to wait and see from that. But I think my two things from that I was really frustrated was number one, obviously the Jose Mourinho thing, the comments that he made, almost like implying that Vinny's celebration was just the reason for why all this happens. Jose, I don't know why you came out and say that when we literally celebrate you for the antics that you did when you went to Anfield and you went crazy with the fans. When Gianluca, I know you remember this one, right? When he beat Juve in 2019, 2018. What did he do when he beat Juve? He did that little wink thing or whatever the hell he did. Yeah.
Yep.
We didn't say much about that. We celebrate that. We just said, that's Jose Mourinho's personality. We love it. He's a shithead, but we'll accept it because it's Jose Mourinho. We Madrid fans remember when he poked the eye of some dude in the Barca coaching staff. And obviously, we loved him when he did the celebration at the Camp Nou with Inter Milan when he ran around and started like almost getting into a fist fight with the Barca goalkeeper, who I forgot his name, man. Valdez. When he got almost into a fight with Valdez because he ran through the middle of the pitch and started celebrating with the Inter fans. We celebrate that, but now you're coming out and telling me that because he danced in the corner flag, he did his little dance in the celebration because he scored a worldie in a game that needed a massive goal. That is not acceptable because he's a provoker and he should celebrate like Eusebio and Pele and all the other legends. Dude, what is hypocrisy at its finest? Like that is just absolutely insane to me. I don't know. From the Jose comments, that was just shocking. Like it's just like what even is that? Like what are you talking about, bro? We literally celebrate you for this, man. And you're gonna come out and say this about Vinny? Stupid remark from Jose. I'm so disappointed. But the final thing I'll end off with this whole Madrid thing, right? And this is my take. Danny Carvajal, you are literally the most useless captain I've seen at Real Madrid for like the last 2 to 3 years, bro. Where are you, bro? Where are you?
My goodness.
I love you as a player. I will not call you out and say you're the worst ever, like and all, but you have been so useless these last 3 years as a captain. We have lost Ramos, Varane, Modric, Kroos, Benzema, even Nacho for the last in 2024. We went a year without Courtois. Even where are you as the main captain of this team? Why is it that for the last few 2 years that Vini has been getting dunked on by the racism in Spain, the players that pick on him, those bullies that he goes like Pablo Maffeo, like Otamendi, like Rayal from Mallorca, a few players from Girona, the Barca players that go after him and stuff. I'm trying to think of another team. The players from Valencia when they pick on him. Where are you standing up for your player? Where are you at, man? Where are you? You know what's funny about him? Mbappe's come out and defended Vinny. Whether Vinny's right or wrong or he was lying, I don't care about that. You come out and you defend your player. Mbappe came out to defend his player. Valverde came out to defend his player. Who else? I think Courtois came out too. Tchouameni, Camavinga, all voiced their opinions. Where are you as the main captain of this team? The supposed veteran, the supposed leader. Where have you been in these whole incidents? One of the worst captains, and you know what? Look, end the contract off, and that's it, man. Bye-bye. Because that's it, man. You've been so useless as a captain when we needed leaders, which is one of the main things I've been complaining about for this team. The fact that we don't have a man that can go out and go up against these bullies that Vinny and Mbappe and Jude have been going up against. Where has he been? You're a great right back. I'm not going to deny that. You're our greatest right back. But as a captain, you have been so useless these last 2 years, man. You've been voicing your opinion against Vinny. You haven't defended him, and you haven't spoke out as of now for his name. In the bin, bro. In the bin, bro. In the bin. You're done. That's why there's a reason why Madrid are not going to renew your contract, because not only are you done physically, but even as a captain, what use do you bring to us, man? What use do you bring to us? All I want from you is to defend your player or get into a fight at least. Get into a fight for your player. Go fight for your player. Imagine if Ronaldo got picked on like that in the media. You think Roy Keane would allow that shit? You think he'll allow that? No. If Chiellini saw Tevez get picked on, you think Chiellini or Bonucci or Barzagli would allow that crap? Hell no. Give me if Patrick Vieira saw Thierry get picked on, you think Patrick Vieira would allow that shit?
Oh,
hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no. And they're the main captains. Where's my captain? My captain is sitting on his phone watching the other results. In the bin, bro. No one has called out. I'm going to call him out. What is this? Shameful. Shameful, shameful, shameful from Danny Carvalho. Shameful. Embarrassing leader. You have been so useless as a leader, as the main leader, as the main captain, as the veteran. Where have you been, man? Where have you been? It's been more than 24 hours, and I've seen nothing of you come out say something. Useless. That's all I got to say about Madrid. If anybody's here to agree with Carvajal, then you go in the bin too, man. I don't know. What thoughts, opinions? Jeff, you're overreacting. Jeff, you're crazy. Jeff, whatever. Come on.
I completely agree with that. I haven't seen much from him as a captain recently, so I think you're totally right.
Yeah,
it's just shameful.
Not there.
Like, we need leaders, and that should be our leader.
I was gonna say, like, you make up a good point, because I was also thinking, I'm like, I thought Valverde, first of all, was like the main captain, but that's good to know that apparently it's Carvajal, and that is kind of crazy. I don't know if it's because he just hasn't been like interviewed by media or given the chance for that, but that is kind of like crazy to think. And then also, like, I don't know, like maybe because he wasn't on the field when that happened, so maybe he just wasn't like asked about it. I hope, like, if he does get asked, he does defend. But no, you do got a point. Like, Roy Keane, I mean, like, we've seen it. Like, when David Beckham had that red card incident with Simeone in 98, and, like, everybody would try to, like, tackle him hard and do whatever. Roy Keane was always there, like, grabbing, like, a player's collars and, like,
he would go out there to send a message.
Yeah.
A little warning. Dude, this is my team.
Yeah, this is my team.
Don't mess with my player. Don't mess
it's us
with
against
my
the world, and like, yeah, you're not gonna, like, you mess with them, you mess with all of us, kind of a mentality. Yeah. And yeah, maybe we do need that from either Danny or maybe like from Valverde, Mbappe. I just want to say, like, just last thing, like, this incident, I know we've been kind of like talking about this, and maybe it's because like I just want something good to come out of it from this Madrid team with like the dinner and stuff. Maybe this could also like sort of bring the team closer and like get them to like, playing like more together and tighten it. I know like people were always talking about like, oh, how Mbappe and Vinny has this like little debate and some drama amongst them. Well, you just saw Mbappe just defend the crap out of Vinny. Maybe it brings that unity and something that just gets them like playing together.
I'm hoping so too. I think the team can go so far until you run up against a bull. Like, I know this sounds cliche. I know we're J school students, a lot of us, and we hate the cliches. Besides your reach, I know you're a Duke icon. But like, I know me bringing up the Roy Keane and the cliches of having that brute force in there. But you know what, man? It just gets to a point where the bully needs to be stopped at some point, and like we just need like our backup. Like, you need that buddy that's gonna like give you a hand. Like, stop picking on the little guy. Like, pick on someone your own size. But guess what? We don't have that size. Like, we really don't, because all of them just want to stay quiet. They want to just not. They want to be conservative about it. Just stay still and not do or react, and just allow the incidents to happen. We need a little bit of players to just send a little warning. You think this is why I miss Ramos so much, and I miss even a Nacho, man. Like, even if Nacho saw, bam, little elbow here and there. Like, like there's a clip where Otamendi, like when he was back in his youth days, he was trying to pick on, I think it was like Isco and stuff. Like, he picked on Isco, and then boom, the next play, Pepe got him. That's what I mean. Like, you like, I know it's not the correct way and it's not fair game, but like, it's a man sport at times. I don't want to sound very machismo with this, but it's a man sport. At times, you just need Come on, man. Like, give him a freaking message, man. Like, give him something, bro. So I'm tired of seeing these players pick on. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of our fans, of fans in Spain, the players. Like, they know they can get to him because who's gonna defend him? Who's gonna send that message? And that's why I'm scared for the Sasuna game because I don't know what's gonna happen. Who's gonna defend him? Because I know for a fact that that game is gonna be hostile. It's at Pamplona. Historically, he gets abused there. There was a lot of controversies from that game, so it's gonna be chaotic. Players are gonna pick on him. They're gonna know the situation. They're gonna try to get into his head. But guess what? Our captain's gonna be on his phone, sitting and just cool, riding the bench. You know, which I guess is fair. But like any players out there too, man, just send a message, bro. Go defend your freaking player from this nonsense, please. Except for Madrid, man. They make me mad when I'm mad or happy, whatever. Anything good or anything bad, I get emotional about it because it's how passionate I am. But I am also passionate about our YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram account. So please, all of our listeners, fans out there, go out and listen to our YouTube and Instagram, our content out there. We appreciate the subscribe, the follows, the likes, the comments. We appreciate it so much out here from the Out Alone Podcast. So just keep on doing what you're doing, man. You guys are rocking. But yeah, we're gonna close off with obviously the Arsenal, man. The Arsenal.
I don't know if I want to talk about it right now, honestly.
No.
Well, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk
We're
about
gonna
it.
close it off with this, Jude, because
When
right.
Man United, when we were losing 3-2, 4-2 to Grimsby Town, like we had to like take that. All right, I had to like come face front when they sacked Amorim. All those dark days, I had to be there and be like, "Yo, man, like we got nothing but to look forward." It's my turn now.
And look, there's been unreleased reels yet where we kind of been picking on Arsenal fans. So I think it's fair and it's right that we bring an Arsenal fan to defend himself against our trolls. But
oh boy,
look, Jude, look, how nervous are you feeling right now? You're speaking for all. Like, we're giving you the platform right here. How nervous are you? You're speaking for all Arsenal fans. How nervous are you? Because Mauricio, give him the stat that you told me. Give him the stat real quick before we let you talk. Give him that stat that crazy like coincidence that you brought up.
Oh! It was like 3 years ago in that 22-23 season, which City ended up winning the treble. Arsenal was up 9 points at one point, and they were. It started off with a 1-1 tie against Brentford.
It did.
And then the next game, or like very like couple weeks after that, it was a 3-3 tie against Southampton, who was 20th place at that time.
Yeah.
Fast forward 3 years, you have a 1-1 tie against Brentford, and now a 3-2 tie against Wolves, who are also 20th place in the Prem. What's going on here?
Oh my! I don't know how to start this, but that game, I unfortunately did not get to see that game. I got the notification. I was in class, so I did not get to see that game. But I just looked at the ratings. Ooh, those ratings are not fun to look at, to be honest, especially from that front line. But Saka came off injured. Trossard came off injured after coming on for Saka. We're having captain issues. We're seeing that Morten Odegaard is not being as creative as he has in the past. And, I mean, his captaincy is being threatened. I mean, honestly, I think what we need, I don't know if a captain change is what we need, but if it has to happen, I would definitely want Declan Rice to take that captaincy. I mean, we've seen it. He's creative. He scores. He's a leader on that field. You definitely see that. But with that own goal at the bottom, at that last stoppage time own goal, Calafiori, I don't know how I didn't see that. But, I mean, as a defender, I mean, as a player, I play club here, but I've scored an own goal before. I used to play defense. I scored an own goal. I know how that affects the player. But, I mean, I don't know how that's going to affect Calafiori. We're not going to – because, again, he's a great player. I mean, he's been riddled with injuries. I mean, Arsenal's been dealing with injuries the entire season. We saw Saka had to come off after warm-up with a head injury. I mean, and Arteta said that our warm-ups need to change. And he also said that it's on us. It's on the team. We're taking the blame. There's nothing we can do. I mean, when you're playing probably the worst team in Premier League history, I mean, 10 points with 13 games to go. I mean, you
Hey
can't.
man, don't feel bad. We've also donated points to them, so
Yeah.
wouldn't be that.
Would you have to share points with a team like that? It's rough. It's hard to see. It's hard to watch that. It's hard to deal with things like that. But I think Arsenal can bounce back. I mean, our mentality. I mean, we've seen it. The mentality is completely different. I mean, we've had Saliba say we're winning a trophy. I have to win a trophy this season. I mean, we've seen our back line. We did bottle it. I will say that we did bottle this game. I mean, we're notorious for it. I mean, I'll joke about it. So, but
you're one of the good ones out there, man. I've seen worse.
Yeah. I'm not entirely delusional. I'll say that.
Thank God.
But again, but our back line. I mean, we have the best. I think we have the best center backs in the world. Saliba and Gabriel.
But keep them warm.
Managed to hold their own when Gabriel was out.
No, keep them warm because I think we're gonna look after them, man. I'm telling you, we're gonna snipe one of them.
Wow!
Keep them warm, bro. Keep them warm. We're gonna take one of them.
Hey, Declan Rice. The first time was so nice. He had to do it twice. I'm sorry. But
now he's bringing me that. We'll get him too. Don't worry. Or I don't know. We'll get him too. Here's my thing, right? I think you're spot on, right? I agree with you. The captaincy change needs to happen. Odegaard is just, for me, there's a reason why Madrid let him go. And because I've always said this about talent-wise, I think he has it, even though I don't think he's that good.
Oh, he's great.
Right. But it's this that I always had a problem with him. And I knew he was weak. And I've always said this because, I mean, you couldn't wait for Modric and Kroos and Casemiro. And what's funny, too, was he was supposed to be in there. He was bought in to, almost, get reinvented into that team. Almost like how Jude went in. Almost like how when Valverde started getting in, Valverde was not like the talent that Odegaard was viewed as, but he fought his way through, waited his moment, and got into the team. Same thing that I wish Hakimi did, which is why I'm so mad at Hakimi, but Hakimi's actually really good and actually the best right back. So he gets a pass. But I was so frustrated when he left because Dani Carvajal was injured and Lucas Vázquez was only right back. So I was like, dude, if you could have just waited, you could have actually got into the team because we knew how dangerous COVID was at that point. And for Odegaard's sake too, I was like, dude, you can get in. Just wait out and prove yourself. But there's a reason why Zidane, out of all players, noticed, dude, this guy's just not it. He's just not it for our team. And now you're seeing it because now Arsenal fans want him stripped of the captaincy? Bruno can never do it. Yeah. Bruno, no one would ever say that about Bruno. No one would ever say that about Modric. No one would ever say that about De Bruyne. When you're trying to win a title and a trophy, your captain cannot be doing that. We cannot be saying to ourselves, he cannot be stripped of the captaincy. And you're absolutely right, Jude. Rice should be the captain right now. You know why? Because he's this. He's this.
He's got the mentality. I'll say Odegaard. I mean, last season he was great. For the past few, he was good. He's creative. We've seen that spark. But I think, he came into the season injured. That's got to do something. I mean, when a player's out for a long time, it does something, right? That mentally it does. I mean, we're lucky. I'm lucky that it didn't happen to Havertz because we saw him connect with Gyökeres in spectacular fashion. We saw that it was it was amazing. But now he's hurt again, so we don't know how he's going to be when he comes back. Is his mentality going to be the same? How is he going to be playing? Right. I mean, I think Odegaard is the way he's been playing, I feel like he's a bit scared to get injured. I think he's not playing. He's not as aggressive. I'm not really seeing that. He's not as aggressive. He's not putting the ball forward. And honestly, again, we should definitely give Rice that captaincy. But I also think if it needs to happen, I think that Eze needs to slide in there in that center mid. He's creative. He's aggressive. He's willing to take risks. He's willing to send balls in behind the defense. We've seen him. Or Madueke again. Great. I mean, he's a great winger. Eze can play in that center on the wing. Madueke, same thing. We have depth, and if a player is not being as creative as they have been in the past, something needs to change.
Yeah, no, definitely something needs to change because at this rate, man, I think Kieran's point that we made last week, which I think we'll probably post tomorrow, is I think the big game will. I don't even think this was like this is one of the Kieran talked about, and Kieran, you want to say your take pretty much. You said that the Man City final is going to be massive, pretty much for you.
Oh,
that
yeah,
season defining.
That is
Right.
going to be. Yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's going to come down to mentality for that game.
Right.
It's going to be
Because
mentality, and if your captain isn't there, like mentally, if he's not with the team, if he doesn't have the same mentality as the rest of the team, it's going to collapse.
right, and my fear for them is, and I think we've seen it, like that thought starts creeping in. Oh shit, it's 2-2.
Yeah.
Man City are creeping in, and this is even if I'm City too, I'm looking at I'm licking my lips, like this is money right here.
Yeah,
Because you want that. Because now you're chasing. The pressure's like people say, oh, the pressure's on Man City because they have to accumulate the points. No. There's no pressure on them because they've won and they've been in these positions before.
Yeah.
Arsenal are the ones looking to should be nervous right now because you haven't won and you've been notorious for doing this every single time against that Wolves team. And I'm just scared for the fact that if they don't do this year, if they don't do it this year, I'm scared for you guys in the sense that you're gonna lose some players. You guys are actually gonna lose some players.
we're losing Arteta.
And like Saliba said, if they don't win it,
Arteta's
Saliba
gone
said
after the season if we don't win it.
yeah, Saliba said
And
it.
that's
we have to win.
That's going to be the worst for us. We need to, if we want to keep Arteta, if we want to keep up, we have to win the season. But I mean, honestly, after today's game, I'm worried for this weekend against Tottenham. I should not be worried for this.
Tottenham are in a...
I should not be worried. I mean, we've owned Tottenham for how long?
I mean, but Tottenham are in their own problems.
New managers bounce, baby.
But
let's go. Igor Tudor, baby. Maybe he pulls on Michael Carrick and wins 4 in a row. No, I'm kidding. It's Tottenham can never be Man United. Come on.
Yeah.
I think
I should not be worried against this Tottenham team, but I am. I mean,
and it makes sense because it starts creeping in. Yeah.
All I'll say, I know you lost Saka. I'm not sure what the injury was. I didn't catch it. And then
he came off with something with his knee, but I think he was at the post game interview, so I think he's okay.
Okay.
But
maybe he doesn't play. Maybe he doesn't play that Tottenham game. But I mean, you still have Madueke and Martinelli. So there's still some attacking, and obviously you still have your defense intact.
It's just
and
then poor.
Yeah, and it's still crazy because you guys are still 2 points ahead of Man City if Man City does win their game, and then obviously Man City you still have to face Man City one more time, I believe. I don't know if it's at Emirates or Etihad, but
I think it's a big game for us.
Yeah, with all that said, and then obviously the EFL final coming up.
Yeah,
I just think Arsenal gets it done this year. As crazy as this sounds,
I think me and Kieran are I think I'm gonna jump on Kieran's bandwagon here. I think if they lose that Man City, I think it goes down. I think from there, because I do think they beat Spurs. I think you guys. I think from this result, it shows that there's tendencies that I'm very concerned can bite you back, like it has in the previous years, as proven through the last few years. Obviously, with how bad your attack is, the stupid errors that your defense has been making this whole year. Your defense has been making some really silly decision making.
I agree.
Whoa, which is not good because we've always praised that back line. I mean, there was debates about whether that's the best back line in Premier League all time history, and I was just well, that's crazy, but they're just that talented, if they're in these conversations. But you guys are just making those errors. And I do think you guys do pick up from this because I think, like you said, I think they are a little bit stronger. But like Kieran said, I think if they don't win that trophy, they lose to City. I think this downs the morale.
It's going to go down, yeah. I feel if we have a dominant win against Tottenham this weekend, which I think could happen, it can happen. That's going to help with the momentum. That's going to give us a little bit more momentum going into that final, definitely. Right. But again, I think honestly, and I think another thing that should change is Saka is great on that right, but I feel like we should put him on the left. Have him feed Gyökeres. See what happens. See what happens if we can. If we can actually feed Gyökeres the way he needs to be fed, like the way he needs to be fed, he's going to be great.
Yeah, I heard that he should be playing at 10. I don't know, Ken. Have you seen that? That he's been playing at the 10 a lot. Like I remember the last game against Wigan, he was at the 10, and then Madueke on the right, and you have Martinelli on there, and it actually helps Saka too because I don't think Saka has been as explosive as he has been like in the previous years, which makes sense. I guess we've analyzed a lot with wingers. Like by the time you hit 25, 26, you're just like not the same. And he's gone through so many injuries. Where it's like you don't want him on that wing anymore. You want him to be in those zones where like he can just be so clinical and still give out that raw athleticism that he has. But maybe at the 10 and then maybe and like it's just crazy to say this because we've asked him to get a striker, but it's like how crazy is it? And this is I guess the criticism for Arteta. You've asked for this striker, this goal scorer, and you can't figure out how to get the best out of it. Because, like you said, and there's a lot of people that have been saying it, you can't get the best out of Gyökeres with the system.
Yeah, I agree.
And you have to play Havertz again because I guess it makes your team more fluid. But are you going to get the goals when you need them at like those big grounds where a Gyökeres can get you if you did feel the ball and you did find the system around him? Maybe Gyökeres just wasn't the signing that you guys needed. Maybe he isn't the player that you guys expected. But
but
I don't
also
know.
We haven't had that striker. I feel like we have trained. Obviously they're working on it in training, but I still don't think we figured out how to unlock Gyökeres.
Yeah,
we still haven't figured it out. We still have Saka trying to cut in, whip it in, far post. We've seen it. He can do it. Don't get me wrong, but he's not putting up. Yes, he's 26, 27, right? He's getting older.
I think he's 25, bro.
25? 25. Close enough, I guess. But he's he's the star boy, but he hasn't. I don't think he's put up the star boy numbers. And that hurts to say as an Arsenal fan. I don't think he's put up the star boy numbers. Yeah.
It's not even the numbers. It's just the performances too. It's the performances that he hasn't just been up to standard with. Like he just hasn't been that player. And I think there's going to be a change of role. Like I think if you put him closer to the box where, again, like we've had these conversations with our wingers. The minutes that Saka has logged in since he came in, like what, bro? When did he debut? Like he was like, what, 17, 18? That's 8 years of starting football, man. On the right wing, on the left back spot, on the left wing, for the England national team too, by the way, too. Euros, World Cup tournaments, all these type of things, Champions League. Dude, that's so many minutes for a young player like that. We're like, dude, his legs are shot, bro. And you just saw the injuries. And he's not impacting the way he used to be. So I think Saka, like you said, I think there's going to be. What are your changes? What do you think I'm implying to? Like, what changes do you think? Rice as a captain and what else?
Also,
Saka
real quick, Saka's 24. He turns 25 he turns 25 in September.
Oh wow!
No, who cares? 24, 25. 24 rounded up.
Tomato, right, Jeffrey?
It doesn't matter. He's still 25 in my eyes.
All right.
But I think Rice needs to be captain. I think that's an obvious if we were to switch captains now. I think honestly we should do it before this game against Tottenham. See what happens. That is a bit of a crazy bold move to do, but
we need something different.
We need something different. And I think people need to be moved around. We need to move some people around. We have to unlock our strikers. And another thing I'm kind of worried about is Havertz just got injured again. If he comes back, he's the only one I feel like that has figured out Gyökeres. How to send him a ball. He's the only one that's been able to. I feel like that he's the only one that's been able to do it. And so, when he comes back, is he going to be as creative as he was when he did come back? And is he going to stay healthy?
I just have to ask
consideration. Arsenal's got to keep their players healthy.
Yeah, for sure. I was just gonna quickly ask this question: is it because I've also noticed this when we had Højlund too, and Garnacho was the one that was cutting in and being hella selfish, taking shots when he should have passed and whatever. maybe there's like a similar situation happening with Saka and Jokic, but except Saka is obviously like the well-talented, well-proven player where he can like score goals and have like 15, 20 assist seasons. My question is it like when you watch like Arsenal and Jokic, is it because like sometimes is it because of the runs that he's making where he's just not open and like an Odegaard or Declan or Saka, whoever, they can't like make that pass to him? Because that kind of happened to Højlund like our last season or two with us, where it's like he just looked slower. He just wasn't making the right run or just wasn't getting that separation that's needed. Whereas with Šeško, it's like the complete opposite. He does get like that separation. He does have that pace. Obviously, he's also a great aerial threat, so we could just like cross it to him and he could like head it into the goal. I'm just like wondering with like Jokic, is that also like a limitation with his like runs that's not letting him get the ball as much and hence like the low amount of goals?
Yeah, I honestly, watching some gameplay of Gyökeres, I mean, he can make those runs. I mean, I've seen him. He can make those runs. He can create that space. But I think, yeah, again, they're probably working on it in training, but we haven't seen it in games. They're not sending him balls. They're not sending him through. I mean, even if Gyökeres does get run down, I mean, it's when you send a ball through like that, you're opening up the defense. That's still going to create a chance. I mean, even if he scores or not, you're still creating a big chance. But I don't think Gyökeres or Saka are just used to a player being open like that. They're not looking for a pass like that because they're so used to not having a goal scorer like Gyökeres. So I think it's just chemistry at this point. I think it's just chemistry.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like why treat him like a false nine when the main purpose you got him and the main. I've been also saying this about Arsenal too. Like I was like, I swear to God, I think they're like a proper number 9 away from like actually like winning trophies. And so when y'all got Jokic, I was like, holy crap! Like this is like the season where they actually win the Prem or they win like a Carabao or FA or something. And it's just kind of like frustrating to see. Like for you guys, it's like dang, like it's kind of like their defense is the one that's like really improved. Their set pieces has improved, but like in the open play goal with like Jokic only having like 7 or 8 goals with like 30 something matches that he's played so far. I mean, like what is this? What's going on here?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to watch. It's definitely hard to understand. I mean, I'm kind of at a loss of words of like what to do because I mean we definitely have the depth, we have the quality. Mm-hmm. It's just what we're doing with it.
And you're probably right. It probably has to come down to mentality and like also
something Arteta got to fix anytime soon now. They got to fix it sooner rather than later because Man City are creeping in. Aston Villa are in there now.
Yep.
And I don't know, man.
Chelsea's moving up.
Chelsea.
Hey, we're right there. We're 4th.
Hey, United.
He's there. Liverpool.
Dog,
again.
You think United can?
Not win the title now. We can finish top 4, but we're not. We're
gonna get that haircut. How about that? We're gonna get that haircut. We're focused on the haircut this year, and then next year we'll title.
Yeah,
champ,
you guys are focused on the haircut.
EFL, Oscars, Emmys, the whatever. Like just name them all. We're winning everything.
Yeah. Well, all I'm saying, Jude, is look, man, we'll revisit this. We'll see how they end off, especially the Spurs game. We'll see
where it goes.
You still got Champions League too, so it's not the end of the world if you do lose the Premier League. Yeah, that sucks, but if you can get the Champions League, maybe even though I doubt
all I'll say is 2026 is your year to like win whatever trophies you want. After that, it's Man United and Chelsea that are going to be owning the league. Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll take Saliba with you, 90, 100 mil. Gabriel will probably go to somewhere else. Rice might go to like United or something like that.
Arteta might go back to being assistant with Pep. I'm just saying. I was just saying, like Arteta might go back to being assistants with Pep.
Yeah, we can't. We're waiting, man. But hey, if you guys win, then this panel is just gonna have to be praying to the gods for the next few years. Because if you guys do actually win these things, man, I think y'all are just gonna dominate for the next few years.
Yeah.
Because you all get the mentality now with the talent, and then you get the reputation now. Like everyone's gonna want to go to Arsenal. No one's gonna want to go to a Madrid team that doesn't have a manager that's functioning. No one's gonna go to United. I'm sorry, guys, yet until like they figure their things out. No one's gonna go to Dortmund. No one's going to Juve.
Yeah, I am.
I don't know, man. Our teams besides Jude. I know Jude's team lost and stuff, but
Yeah.
I think y'all are still in a good spot potentially, but it's looming. Ooh, it's
Yeah, it is
looming. It's getting there. You better watch
But-
out, or the boogeyman's coming. And the boogeyman, I'm talking about Man City because they might win
Yeah.
the Prem if y'all blow it. But I think that's all I got for us boys. I think I went overboard over 1 hour and 35 minutes, but
Yeah.
hey, I love it, man. Champions League recap.
Oh yeah.
I think if Arsenal just didn't play today, I think we would have been over. But like, I think the fact that they drew, like, this is just massive for the Premier League title because obviously Man City
Oh,
is
yeah.
now behind with like 3 points and
100%.
stuff. United are now in there. Aston Villa are now in there. Chelsea are now in there. Anybody now is in there now because Arsenal can beat them. But I just want to say thank you to all. Prayers for your teams this coming weekend. Hope all goes well. I know Man United don't play till Monday, so not too sure if we'll have an episode this Sunday. Just to see how long. Just to see what comes out. And yeah, man, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. Thank you again, boys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you
Hey.
for having me
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you.
so much.
Yeah, so that'll
thanks
be
for
it
having us on.
for episode 25 of the Outlaw Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jeff Nova, and thank you for tuning in to this episode.